I heard something that it's not done yet, but we all think he's going to be a GasGas TLD next year. So that'll be interesting to see how he does up there.
You know, I've been waiting my whole career to get back to this step, and it's like, now that it's coming together, it just feels like, you know, honestly, not new, just right back at home, which is rad for me.
If you're going to launch GasGas in the United States, you want to hang your hat on a that can contend, and Justin Barcia is that guy that can immediately contend, make headlines, get the press going forward. So I think it's a good fit for the team and the rider.
Yeah, it's flashy. I like it. It's sexy.
We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to upset a lot of people, and we're going to go win lots of races.
So we go Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. So the first 3 rounds of this series are going to be contested in 7 days, which is insane.
Yeah, everyone's stoked, and once we go racing, it'll be even better.
This is pretty much like the first time that the schedule for Supercross has ever changed in the history of Supercross.
I think we might see more single race winners this year than we have in a long time.
I don't want my guys to worry about stuff that's really out of our control.
That was a rough one.
We're just trying to go racing. That is the #1 key right now, is we're trying to put bikes on the track and go racing for this championship.
So when Dungey leaves Supercross, there was a vacuum. Who's going to fill the vacuum? Obviously, Tomac finally last year. Now we're looking at Ken Roczen, Cooper Webb, Adam Cincerillo. We've got this talent is not getting anything less. Is Ken Roczen, does he have a few, maybe 2 more years, 3 more years left to get this done?
I guess because he's been so damn good and rode at such an elite level, you're like, Ken Roczen, he's got to be 30, right? Just because if he's won so many races and been in so many big-time championship battles. So, yeah, he's absolutely got enough time. He's not at the end of his window.
Him having a kid and being married now, I think that may slow him down a little bit in the way that I think he sometimes gets a little bit too excited.
He looks fit. He's in a pool, Joe, jumping over things in the pool.
Jumping over nets.
He looks like things are together. He seems to be amped, testing. There's this vibe where it seems pretty positive.
How is your breathing when you're swimming?
Dude, when I swim, I have no issues whatsoever. Running, terrible.
Is Tomac your favorite?
No.
No?
No.
What do you think?
I like Roczen.
Really?
Yep. I like Roczen.
I'm honestly worried about Kenny a little bit. I think not racing all summer. Is he still healthy? We saw the virus or whatever was going on in Salt Lake drag him down.
I don't think we know what Kenny we're going to get yet. If we get the best Kenny, then he's a title contender for sure. He's proven that.
Yeah.
Right. But I think there's a lot of unknowns when it comes to Kenny right now.
I gotta go. I'm sorry.
I hope he figures this out because I don't want to talk about it anymore. You know what I mean? Do you ever get that feeling like, dude, I just don't want to talk about it anymore?
Oh, the track looks mint too. Good job, guys. Good job.
We don't have that Kenny anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that guy that was going to put down, an 17 races of just completely ruining the field. That Kenny's probably gone. You are right about that. But there's a Kenny in there that can win multiple races a season.
Yep.
And can be on the podium more than he's off the podium. And we've seen statistically that's more likely to win you a championship than being that insanely fast, spectacular guy.
Ken Roczen is on a brand new motorcycle, David Iser, brand new.
Chad Reed infamously said one time that the 3 scariest words for a factory rider are all new bike. And I believe that's going to be a disadvantage, especially when you get in these bubbles when we're racing every 3 days. You don't have time to work those bugs out.
I'm not as stoked on Roczen's title chances this year. New bike, didn't ride the outdoors. Whatever. He could very well answer all of my questions, but I have some.
He's his own personality. He doesn't care what anyone else thinks.
I struggle on the track bad.
Okay, so old fork, new track at the same time?
Yes.
So what happens if Ken Roczen gets to Houston and the settings are off?
It's gonna be a long day.
Still gives too much.
No squat.
Then you got a guy like Cooper Webb who said, I've maybe clicked one or two things since Salt Lake City of last year, and I'm so comfortable in the whoops. That's very scary for the rest of the field.
My understanding is whatever you changed on high-speed rebound, and this low speed should now only be 2 in from where we started.
No matter who writes him off or who says what, Kenny's going to go out there and try to prove you wrong.
I think this next season is for sure, obviously different, and there's a lot of unknowns, and that's part of the challenge.
This is pretty much like the first time that the schedule for Supercross has ever changed in the history of Supercross.
This is the first time we are not going to have a race in California.
So the guys that are training in Florida on the East Coast, do they have an advantage this year? I'd say yes.
I would say you're going to see a totally different vibe and dynamic to the series.
I think obviously there's a few unknowns because it's a different schedule. I think the biggest thing is everyone's used to always starting in California, and that's not the case. And I think that's going to be the big, in a way, separator and challenge because it's not the normal starting point.
It's just going to be a grind. This season is really going to be a grind. Mentally, it's going to be tough on these guys.
Try and keep that equal.
This particular period of the year that we're in right now, this is like boot camp. Alden Baker has literally changed the way that this sport runs between, let's say, November and January. Everything's shut down and you are grinding.
I don't want my guys to worry about stuff that's really out of our control. We need to prepare for what we know and also what their job is. My job is to get them as best prepared, and their job is to be as well prepared to go racing, and that's what we need to focus on. Good morning.
Not a lot of people talk about his military background. He's come from a gnarly place, right? And he knows how to push these dudes' buttons.
Tuesday, we still, so it's four 2s, I think a 12 and 2 10s. This is totally new to everybody, so I was maybe gonna have to adjust if the lap times were, but at the moment they're like 53s.
I'm excited to watch Webb. Kind of the star of Salt Lake a little bit, had the most points in Salt Lake City out of everybody, and obviously, pulled out of outdoors with that injury pretty early.
You can go 4, but I ain't trying it today. I'm so scared to hit a soft spot.
Like quad over the table and then double? Yeah, I thought that too, but it's smushy right there, huh?
You win the title, right? It's everything you dreamed of. It's your ultimate pinnacle. You're at the top of the mountain. And, the guys like Ricky and the guys like Chad and James that kept going, that's pretty impressive. But we saw with Anderson and we saw with Webb a little drop off, right? So now it'll be interesting to see him ramp back up.
All right, another 2.
What's the order? Back to Marv or Ricky?
Marv?
Just 1 second.
Hold on 1 second, gentlemen.
I'm going behind. I'm not going up front.
It's 2 laps, my son. Coop, you go first.
Bacon.
Hi.
We ain't playing this game this year.
No, don't worry. Sort it out.
I have high expectations for him. I think he's going to be really, really good again. More of the 2019 version than even we saw in 2020.
Is he second betting favorite for the title after Tomac?
I would have to think.
I would say yes.
I'm big on his chances.
Okay.
I think he is firmly in the title hunt. What do we think about Marv?
I don't know, man.
Right?
It's a great question. He missed Supercross last year. His nationals, remember he won a couple of motos.
Mom, what do you want to do, dude? I'm going to lose my mind any minute.
Lose my mind what? We are the exact same program as him. If I tell you I'm not comfortable for that, maybe I'll do a try 8 or something, but I'll try. I'm just saying that.
Okay, but hang on. You need to just get some patience.
Okay.
trust me a little bit with one thing, but if you don't start thinking, it's going to catch you later.
I know.
Okay. I've got a set plan, but then give me feedback. But don't fight me on every stuffing thing.
For me, there's a difference between a college coach and a professional coach, because you can talk to college kids a different way than you can talk to professional adults.
Focus just on yourself and hitting your marks, because I've watched all the laps. Some laps are awesome, but I feel like you just need to keep your focus on yourself and your lap.
Allez, contre! Oh, Marv, come on.
But it's got to be the right rider.
Yeah, you have to be a grown-ass man that you understand what this man can do for you. If you're Cooper Webb, you went through it, you know it works. If you're Marvin, and I don't think he talks to those guys the same way. I don't think he talks to Marvin or has to motivate Zach like he does maybe Cooper. I think they're all so different. I think that is some of the genius of Alden, is his ability to tailor certain things and how he approaches a rider a certain way to each guy.
I put Anderson and Marv in the same basket.
Yeah, I would have a hard time not putting him there. The one question I have is, can he go when Adam and Eli and those guys are all feeling it and they just are putting in their best laps? Can Marvin go with them? That's the one question I have, and I don't know that he can.
So what's the plan tomorrow?
I'm going to sleep on it.
Okay. Is that a good sign or a bad sign?
I got a lot of conflicting. I had a lot of things that were just wrestling with me today.
Okay.
At least my boy picked it up at the end, yeah, but I was ready to throw him on the floor earlier. Marv, we were about to wrestle, my man. And hey, you need practice going in front.
Huh?
You need practice in front to keep focused just on yourself.
I mean, he was good the year prior, right?
Yes.
I mean, he was really good. I think he wants to win. I just don't know if he's got a little behind now because he's been off. But I think he's he's a tier 1 guy for sure.
Okay. Good job.
Jett Lawrence, one of the big winners of 2020. Not many winners in 2020.
Yeah.
But I would wonder, I bet you the Geico team going away and Jett essentially becoming a free agent after he had a phenomenal rookie season, and then all the other things, the personality, he's got international appeal, et cetera, probably worked to his benefit financially.
Yeah.
A tiny bit.
That's just
Yeah. So
tiny bit.
He is a winner in 2020.
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't betting money.
Sounds great.
No, I ain't betting. I don't do bets.
There is high Jett Lawrence hype right now.
Well,
There's high.
well, there should be.
Especially something I know I'm not going to win at.
I mean, very talented rider, enjoyable to watch, and I think he learned a lot this year and can probably put some big things on the table.
Does he deserve the hype of being signed without a title, without maybe the results of somebody that would have been signed before him?
100%.
Oh. 40 ahead? 40 ahead, Matt?
Like the look and the vibe that comes from him. Like,
yeah, I think he's got that like talent.
there's just something else.
I'm asking, do you sure you want to go and hit another one, or do you want to play it safe? No, you're not allowed to hit one for shits and giggles.
Says the king of shits and giggles hit. This guy right here
I'm
probably
for shits
takes
and giggles,
50
okay?
breakfast balls every time we play. Jeremy, who won? Did we win or that? It was pushed. No, we all tied. We tied. I mean, we won't talk about hitting 8 on hole 1 and bogeying, but I think it was a tie.
He doesn't have the, I've got to go home to a family this weekend. Nothing registers. What is happening right there on the track is like, that's his life.
I think people forget just how good Hunter is too.
Hunter's the older brother, but he is still a kid as well.
Hunter was the guy coming in. They were like, Hunter could be national champion next year, you know? And that whole narrative is completely flipped now.
HJ's got about another week or 2 before he gets back on the bike. Make sure 100% of his body's healed that shoulder properly this time. Hopefully get him out and start to see the Hunter of 2 years ago.
My toes are seized together. I didn't tell you to zoom into them.
I also think that they've been pretty smart about the Lawrence brothers are kind of a brand in and amongst themselves. If you're Alpine stars, you're getting that.
Yeah, I'd love to be out there gapping him and just pulling seconds every lap, but we'll get there. So.
There's absolutely brotherly love there, but there's a lot of brotherly metal sharpens metal, and they don't give each other any slack, and I think that is going to help them both.
4 weeks away, just work on his consistency, just hitting that lap time, lap after lap after lap. So, but no, Jett's looking really, really good. Really happy Start of the second year, really happy.
The whole of Australia is supporting these two guys too, you know, like Chad Reed has always been our guy. Now we're starting to got that next guy. And it's, at the moment, it's Jett.
Obviously we're looking at building him up and that consistency, so he's going to be like 70-something laps today. But Johnny O was telling me back in the day, Carmichael would have 100-lap days. So, pretty gnarly.
I think that with the Lawrence boys, they're such a tight-knit group. They've got Johnny O as their trainer. Like, they've come in and they've done everything right.
Good job, bud. Really good moto. It's about keeping that brain switched on all the time, hey? Keeping enthused, keeping focused, keeping, you know?
Yeah, it gets so boring. Well, luckily the thing that kept me going was the loop.
Yeah, just trying to nail them, yeah, it's good. That's, I think what we're doing is a really, really good workload for him and just to progress him to be more consistent and stronger and more physical, you know?
How cool is it that we're going to have them on separate coasts? That's a crazy, crazy dynamic, man.
And that's what California doesn't get. Real race conditions, ruts and crappy tracks.
Freaking hell. That was a rough one.
We'll cut him some slack. No donuts today, but 70 doesn't get donuts.
I got a call and said, hey, can you ship your Anaheim trophy out here? And I was like, yeah. What are we doing? Oh, we'll let you know. And they're like, come on to Anaheim and you got to hit a freestyle jump, metal ramp. And I'm like, oh, never hit a metal ramp before. So I was like kind of testing all day today, and like track was super gnarly getting to the end of the week, and I'm like more nervous about hitting the freestyle jump than the Supercross track. I'm pumped to be involved in this.
We are starting in Houston, and the first time in 25 years, Kevin, we're not on the hard pack of California for the West Coast sweep.
We got the news that there wasn't going to be an Anaheim, and to have Barcia on here, that's won the last 2 years opening Anaheim. So we said, we got to go win Anaheim, even though they're not having an Anaheim.
Another thing I love about Justin Barcia coming into 2021 is he's the defending two-time champion of Anaheim 1. Talk about momentum. So it might be Houston 1 that he sweeps the three-peat, but Kevin, Anaheim 1 winner 2 years in a row, that's a lot of season opening momentum.
There was times last year where Barcia straight up passed Tomac, like multiple times in a race.
This would be all dirt right now, probably about this time, right?
Yeah.
Pretty soon.
Those are going in and out.
But would the field wouldn't be down right now, probably? The field probably wouldn't be here right now. What the? Are we allowed to walk on the? This place looks a lot different without dirt. Yeah.
I think he's starting to believe in himself again now. He seems like he's having fun again. He's not getting caught up in the normal routine of like full training facilities. I think he knows what works. It's just about trying to find consistency for Barcia.
Your first like 2 or 3 jumps is gonna be weird because you don't feel landing. It's not like you don't have the impact. You're just like, you don't. I told him, I was like, I'll whack it a few times and then you can jump in behind me. And just when you get comfortable and just do it. So it's just cruise it, second, slow, hammer hard, and you'll be fine.
Oh, that seems squirrely, but I don't know. Are you serious? Like, what's the story here, bro? My butthole is so tight right now, it's insane. Someone once told me, all you gotta do is hit the jumps. You just gotta do the jumps. It's real life. It's true. Believe me, I'm not gonna case it. And if I do case it, I'm gonna hold on for dear life and bounce somewhere. Should be racing here, so it's definitely crazy, but I'm just glad we're going racing. But yeah, it's definitely a bummer that we're not gonna be here in Anaheim.
He's visually fun to watch. Yeah. You can tell when he's dialed in, and when he's feeling it, he can win a race, and he is not afraid to voice his opinion.
I want to see him hit this squirrely bastard. How did I get suckered into this? Oh. That broke my neck. That takes some balls, dude. Looking at something that's not dirt. I need like a couple of days to practice rips, but for one hand, it's good. I cased it the first time, it was a little bit squirrely.
big switch for Barcia, right? Have you watched any of the videos? I hate these videos. Like, I hate them. I've been around long enough where I'm not buying into video hype. I don't care about your stupid video. I care about Houston. But Barcia looks pretty good in those videos. like I'm watching them and I'm like, oh.
Oh, we just won. That was good. I felt real life. Brake slide in, almost killed everybody. It's good. That's a one to take, dude. You can't do no better than that.
Every guy in that 450 class has pretty much won a moto, like won races or won championships, you know? Like, you go outside the top 10 and they're title contender guys. They've been title contender guys throughout their career.
Ken Roczen was my preseason favorite to win last year. When you measure intangibles, there's nobody that rates higher on intangibles than Ken Roczen.
I think we might see more single race winners this year than we have in a long time.
Yeah.